My beloved child, there is something happening behind T-toe curtain that you cannot yet see. You have wondered, haven't you, why the winds have been changing, why your spirit has been stirred, and why your soul has been restless during the midnight hours when everyone else seems to be sleeping peacefully. You have sensed something shifting, and you are right. You are not imagining it. You are not being dramatic. Heaven has turned its eyes directly toward your name, and something rare, something extraordinary, is being prepared for you. But before the door swings open, I must whisper this message into your soul with trembling urgency and divine timing. A wealthy stranger is about to relocate you because you did this, and unless your heart is open, you may miss the moment I have crafted with the stars themselves. You see, the choices you made in the silence, the ones no one noticed, the times you gave without being asked, the moments you forgave even when your heart was torn in secret, and the nights you chose prayer over retaliation, those moments echoed louder in the heavens than all the shouting in this world. You didn't know that angels recorded those tears. You didn't know that your private obedience was being measured like gold. You didn't realize that every time you held your tongue while others gossiped, every time you knelt and whispered, "God, help me love them," while they mocked you, you were shifting the weight of your destiny. You were setting fire to the chains that once kept you stagnant. You were preparing the way for a visitation. Listen carefully now. A stranger, unknown to you in the natural, has been drawn to your name by divine instruction. They have been circling your spirit like a hawk in the sky, observing your obedience, sensing your calling. They do not fully understand it yet, but they will soon. They will be used by me to pluck you from where you are and carry you somewhere new. This relocation will not just be physical, it will be spiritual, financial, and deeply emotional. But I must warn you, this only happens because you did not give up when every demon sent discouragement to your doorstep. You stayed. You stayed faithful when abandonment could have been your excuse. You stayed praying when silence could have been your escape. You stayed believing when even your friends rolled their eyes. And that is why you are about to be moved. My child, I saw when they lied about you. I saw when your own family misunderstood your calling. I saw when people you trusted whispered against you, even as you were feeding their spirit with love. I saw when your hands trembled as you kept giving, even when you were empty yourself. I saw when your bank account mocked your dreams, and still, you chose hope. That is why I am sending someone wealthy, not just in money, but wealthy in influence, in compassion, in opportunity, in divine appointment. This stranger does not even know yet that they are part of your rescue, but the orders have already been written in the courts of heaven. Child, you have been tested with delay so that you can be trusted with destiny. And your delay was not punishment, it was preparation. Because if I had given you the promise before your heart had been broken in the right places, you would have worshipped the blessing instead of the giver. But now, you are ready. You do not desire fame. You desire fruit. You are not chasing visibility. You are chasing victory in the Spirit. And that is why this elevation will not break you, it will build you. You have wept quietly while others celebrated. You have celebrated others while your own heart was breaking. But heaven's reward system is different from earth's. Here on earth, people are rewarded for who they know and how loud they are. But in heaven, I reward character, integrity, and silent obedience. That is why this wealthy stranger is coming, not to make you famous, but to make you fruitful. Not to put your name in lights, but to plant your soul in new light where growth will finally happen without sabotage. You are safe, my child. I want you to hear this deep in your bones. God will be with you, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you, you are safe, you just have to trust God and pray to Him. The enemy tried to convince you that you were forgotten. He sent voices that sounded like logic, but they were lies. He sent people to question your journey, to accuse your process, to mock your obedience. But I covered your ears from the noise with the palm of my hand. You wondered why you were so alone in this season. But it was not isolation, it was insulation. I had to pull you apart to protect the promise. I had to hide you so I could heal you. This stranger I'm sending, they have also been tested. That is why they will recognize you when they see you. They may not recognize your name, but they will recognize your heart. They will say, I don't know why, but I feel led to help you. Do not doubt it when it comes. Do not sabotage it with fear or suspicion. This is not manipulation. This is manifestation. This is not coincidence. This is covenant. And when it happens, when the door opens, when the relocation begins, you will remember this message, and your heart will burst with confirmation. They tried to take your name and twist it. They tried to steal your kindness and trample it. They tried to hold you down with their assumptions. But I am breaking all of that in one single moment. One divine appointment will overturn years of oppression. One yes from a stranger I have prepared will heal the pain of every no from those you trusted. This is not just breakthrough, it is vindication. Because I am not just restoring what was lost. I am revealing what was hidden. You didn't lose the promise, you were growing into the size of it. Do not look back now. I see how tempted you are to return to familiar pain, to explain yourself to people who refuse to understand you, to water relationships that have already withered. But I am asking you, for the sake of what's coming, to let go. Let go of trying to prove yourself. Let go of chasing closure where there was only chaos. Let go of blaming yourself for things you prayed to fix. Let go of punishing yourself for things I've already forgiven. The relocation won't just be a new address. It will be a new atmosphere. I am removing the people who pretended to love you but were secretly hoping for your fall. I am removing the opportunities that were actually traps. I am removing the voices that caused you to question your worth. And I am replacing them with clarity, confidence, and covenant companionship. You will not be walking alone anymore. I am surrounding you with those who see you, not just your talent, not just your anointing, but your soul. You are not being punished, you are being promoted. And that promotion will come wrapped in humility. You will not have to shout. The door will swing open without you touching it. You will not have to compete. The blessing will find you in your stillness. You will not have to compromise. The opportunity will align with your values. Because when I bless, I do not bring sorrow with it. I know how long you've waited. I know how many times you've asked, when is it my turn? I know how many nights you laid in bed with your hands folded, praying not for riches, but for peace. And that is why I am trusting you with this relocation. Because I know you won't idolize the blessing, you will honor me with it. I know you will use it to bless others. I know you will not forget where you came from. That is why this move will be miraculous and permanent. Do not be afraid. When the call comes, answer it. When the opportunity arises, take it. When the stranger offers help, receive it. You don't need to understand how I'm doing it. You only need to say yes. Your obedience is the key. Your heart is the vessel. Your time has come. Everything is about to change, not because of chance, but because of choice. You chose me in secret. Now I will reward you in the open. This is your moment. This is your turning point. And this stranger I send is not your provider, I am. They are simply the delivery system for a promise I made long ago. And now, my child, I fulfill it. God says, a wealthy stranger is about to relocate you because you did this, and what you did was choose me, even when it cost you everything. My child, listen carefully. There are moments in life when the wind doesn't just blow, it carries whispers. And tonight, the air is heavy, not with dust or dew, but with prophecy. Something is shifting. You can feel it. Your heart has been restless. Your soul has been staring out the window, watching a horizon that no one else around you can see. And this is not an accident. Because something was written long ago about you. Something sacred. Something hidden. And now it is unfolding. My child, listen carefully. This message is for you. There is a wealthy stranger. Not someone you know. Not someone who's passed you before. But someone whose spirit has been watching from afar. Not stalking, not invading, but waiting. Waiting for one move. And the heavens are shouting this tonight, because of what you did, the ground you stand on is about to change. You did something quiet. Something unseen by the world. Something even the people around you didn't recognize. It wasn't loud. It wasn't glamorous. But it reached heaven. You forgave someone who didn't deserve it. You released something from your heart that had every right to be buried in bitterness. You let go of something that clawed at you. And when you released that bitterness, when you shut the door on your right to retaliate, the atmosphere above you cracked. The angels saw it. The heavens marked it. The demons trembled. You didn't realize it, but that act became a key. A portal. A door that had never been opened before in your bloodline is now swinging open, and I need you to understand this: nothing will be the same. There is someone, somewhere, whose name you don't even know, and they are about to carry out something unexplainable for you. They are about to move heaven and earth, not because they owe you anything, but because heaven is about to move them. My child, this person has wealth that they have been keeping safe, but they have no idea that God has chosen them to be the transport system of your relocation. There is a divine rerouting happening. Not because you earned it. Not because you asked. But because you forgave. And now, angels are on assignment. Destiny is being fulfilled in the middle of the night. My child, you are not crazy for feeling like you don't belong where you are. You are not confused for feeling like your home is temporary. Because it is. It has been. The walls have been speaking behind your back. The ceilings have been trying to cage your prayers. But what they didn't know is that your spirit was never designed to settle here. You were always a traveler. A pioneer. A spirit in motion. And now your next location is being written in gold. There is a city calling you. A region pulling on your name. And it is no longer in the realm of delay. My child, the reason things have been so uncomfortable lately isn't because you're failing, it's because the current space is expiring. Every discomfort, every restless night, every sigh that escapes your mouth while staring at your ceiling, it's all confirmation. Confirmation that the environment you are in no longer fits the size of the dream inside you. And that's why the stranger is coming. To lift you. To relocate you. Because God is preparing to place you in a territory where your voice will not be silenced, your talents will not be minimized, and your kindness will not be mistaken for weakness. There are people who secretly envied you. They smiled at you, but their prayers about you weren't pure. They watched you like a mirror. They didn't want you to break, no, that would be too obvious, but they wanted you to question yourself. They wanted you to doubt your anointing. They sowed confusion into the soil around you. They whispered to others. And yet, you remained. You kept showing up with grace. You didn't expose them. You didn't retaliate. You let God be your defense. And that's why the elevation is coming in such a strange way. A wealthy stranger. My child, listen carefully. The people who wounded you will not be the ones to bless you. That blessing is coming from outside the camp. God is sending a blessing from a direction you never looked. A person you never expected. They don't know your pain. They don't know your scars. They don't even know your name yet. But something in their spirit is being stirred even now. They are waking up in the middle of the night with your face in their dreams. They are pacing, making decisions they can't explain. They are being pulled by a divine force they cannot resist. They are about to obey. They are about to move toward you. And when they do, your entire life will shift like a river breaking past a dam. And child, I must say this. There will be people who try to guilt you into staying in the place that is hurting you. They will say, but you can't leave now, or you're being dramatic, or don't forget where you came from. They will say it because they are afraid of your rise. Not always consciously. Some people fear your greatness without even realizing it. They cling to you because they know their own growth is stagnant. But you were not born to rot with the familiar. You were born to flow. And now the flow is beginning. The oil is moving. The stranger is preparing. But listen carefully, not everyone can come with you. There will be those who cry. Those who accuse. Those who remind you of everything they did for you in your past. But you must not turn back. Lot's wife turned back, and she turned into salt. Not because she looked, but because her heart longed for a place that God had already called expired. And you must not be a person whose heart is buried in an expired place. You must walk forward. You must go. You must trust that God is not moving you to a worse place, but to a place of healing. A place of provision. A place where the air is light again. Where your tears don't stain your pillow every night. Where your spirit is not cramped. Where your creativity doesn't suffocate. Where your laughter is not mocked. Where your generosity is not exploited. Where your calling is not belittled. Child, the stranger may not look like an angel. They may seem too ordinary. But that is the glory of God. He hides the extraordinary in the ordinary. He conceals breakthroughs in strange vessels. And when this person appears, your first instinct may be to reject the blessing because of how strange it feels. But don't. Don't talk yourself out of the miracle because of your familiarity with suffering. You've cried too long. You've bled too silently. Now it is time for open reward. Time for relocation. Time for new ground. And listen carefully again, this isn't just physical relocation. It's spiritual too. Your mind is being relocated. Your emotional patterns are shifting. The way you see yourself is being healed. The way you used to shrink when people disrespected you, it's over. The way you allowed yourself to be treated like an afterthought, it's ending. The patterns are being interrupted. Because a new you is being born in this transition. My child, listen carefully. This is why you've been so emotionally raw lately. This is why you've been crying at random moments. Why your dreams have been intense. Why you've been sensing things you can't explain. The spiritual womb is contracting. The birth is near. Something is crowning in the spirit, and the enemy is terrified. He tried to distract you. He sent people to disappoint you, to make you doubt yourself. But your soul stayed aligned. And now, the stranger has been activated. My child, listen again. This wealthy stranger is more than a person, they are a prophetic vehicle. They have been assigned, not by their own desire, but by divine appointment. They may not even understand why they are drawn to help you. But their spirit knows. Their assignment is to carry you to the next level. And when they do, they will release you. They will not try to control you. They will not manipulate you. They will not demand anything in return. Because their assignment is obedience, not possession. But there is one thing you must do: stay humble. Do not let success steal your softness. Do not let the new environment dilute your spirit. Stay rooted in prayer. Stay intimate with the Holy One who saw you before anyone else did. Remember the nights when you were curled up on the floor, praying for clarity. Remember the mornings when you had nothing but still praised anyway. That posture is your power. That humility is your weapon. That surrender is your compass. And child, prepare for jealousy. Yes. Not everyone will celebrate you. Some will pretend to. Some will smile with their teeth but curse you in their thoughts. But do not fear them. Do not retaliate. The table God prepares for you will be in front of your enemies, not to mock them, but to show them what grace looks like. You will not have to lift a finger. Your peace will be your proof. Your joy will be your shield. Your fruit will be undeniable. Some of them will try to re-enter your life after the blessing comes. They will say, "We were always proud of you," or "We knew you had it in you." And you must forgive them, but not necessarily invite them back in. Forgiveness is release. Reconciliation is responsibility. And not everyone is responsible enough to walk with you in the next season. Protect your space. Be gracious. Be kind. But be wise. Not all hands are safe to hold. My child, the wealthy stranger is almost here. Even now, something is shifting in the spiritual realm. A wind is moving through your timeline. Something irreversible has been initiated. The coordinates of your future have been unlocked. And it is all because you chose to do something simple, quiet, and divine. You chose love when you had the right to hate. You chose peace when chaos would have been easier. You chose to trust even while trembling. And heaven has not forgotten that. The stranger is not just a person, they are a prophecy in motion. And when they arrive, don't hesitate. Don't overthink. Don't wait for the crowd to approve. Step into the new without delay. Step into the divine without needing validation. You are not who you were. You are not broken. You are not helpless. You are chosen. And chosen people don't need permission to move when God says go. Go, child. Move in silence if you must, but move. Walk with reverence. Pack with expectation. Leave with joy. Because what is coming is not loss, it is upgrade. What is ahead is not punishment, it is reward. The wilderness season is ending. The weeping season is closing. The night is nearly over. A new dawn is breaking. And when you step into this new season, your entire being will remember that you were always meant to bloom. You were always meant to expand. The enemy tried to choke you with shame. He tried to bury your gifts under the rubble of past failures. But your roots went deeper than he expected. Your soul kept reaching for the light. And now, the season of reaching is over. It is time for receiving. Receive this word. Receive this moment. Receive this blessing. Do not question it. Do not delay. Do not let your trauma talk you out of your testimony. The stranger is real. The shift is real. The change is coming. And when it arrives, it will feel like a dream, but it will be real. You will touch it. You will taste it. You will live inside of it. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will be able to pull you back into the pit you came from. This is your exodus. You are not leaving empty-handed. You are leaving with favor. And when you arrive at your new destination, you will kneel down, not because you're broken, but because you'll finally realize, God kept His promise.